Atlanta playing before their hometown crowd. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, introducing the rest of the 2K broadcast team. Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and sideline reporter Doris Burke.
Andre Drummond. Assistant.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. And it's Butler in the three. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And it's Drummond with the jam.
A surreal alley-oop that time, partner.
The pass, Clark, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect.
Precision at its finest.
Yeah, and it all had to be perfect and in precision. That's not nearly as easy as they made it look.
Stolen by Monroe. Jennings wide open. Poked away. Brandon Jennings acquired in a sign and trade by the Pistons last season on a 3-year, $24 million contract.
Jennings probably expecting more in terms of the deal. But look, maybe it was a wake-up call for him. You know, he has not been part of a winning team yet. And generally speaking, you know, stats alone don't get you max contracts. Stats and wins are what do that, and that's what's next for Jennings.
Out left to the wing. And Carroll gets it to go.
What a smooth finish.
Well, he's certainly the one they want on the end of those breaks. He always finishes strong.
The drive by Jennings. Rejected by Millsap. 3-on-3. Here's Carroll. Here's Teague. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And for Jennings, a quick, explosive athlete at the point. But you talk about how can he improve. He has the physical attributes to become a lockdown defender. But his focus at that end comes and goes. He's got to be more consistent in his focus at that end.
Now here's Jennings. Pass to Drummond. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up, I guess.
Korver kicks to Millsap. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Millsap's got his first basket.
And the other aspect for Jennings, a streaky scorer to this point in his career. A little loose with his mechanics and shot selection, I think, a part of it. I think improving his shooting percentages is an area where he needs to get better. Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Horford, no luck.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Here's Drummond. Power down with both hands.
Yes.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers. You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Atlanta. Now here is Sefolosha. Not enough on that one as it misses.
That's not his shot there, guys. And whether you play D on him or not, he's usually going to miss that one.
The Hawks trail by 4. Teague dishes to Sefolosha. Here's the break. And it's Drummond with the jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
And especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That pushes this lead up instead of going the other way.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. For the Hawks, Muscala, he's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Schroeder in for T. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Detroit. Schroeder's shot is good.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done. Al Horford, the Dominican big man, won 2 titles with that great University of Florida team. Actually, back-to-back titles in 06 and 07. You really love his skill level. There's not much he can't do. He gets up and down. He's a terrific passer, and his mid-range jumper is spot on.
Meeks outside. The Hawks trail by 6. It's tipped. Here is Tolliver. Another shot. Monroe, no good. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
43 seconds left in the first quarter. Schroeder's shot is good.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Monroe outside. Butler kicks to Monroe. It's tipped. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And it's out of bounds to the Pistons as Detroit retains possession. And the Hawks making a change here. Max checked in. Then for the Pistons, Andre Drummond's checked in for Tolliver. Prince comes in for Butler. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Jody Meeks. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Prince. And he's off on his first shot of the game. And Drummond kicks to Prince. Lets it go. Nice shot from the wing. Prince has got his first points in this one. Here's Schroeder. And so the first quarter is in the books. And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
The Hawks trail by 6.
You know, the issue really with Atlanta this year and moving forward isn't that they're a bad team. They've just been kind of stuck in that middle road of mediocrity. They're competitive, play hard, and they're hoping to find a way to get to the next level now.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond there inside. Jackson is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Prince in the small forward position.
And with Atlanta, as you said, for a while now they've been a playoff caliber team, but making that next step into the elite class of the East has been hard.
Here's Schroeder. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. That pushes it to double digits. And now it's an 11-point Piston lead.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kevin, the Atlanta Hawks, a team that looks to spread the floor with shooting. Coach Mike Budenholzer said we don't want to just be a three-point shooting team. We want to get to the rim first. By creating that space, we give our guards and our bigs a chance to attack. If the paint is taken away, we'll look for our shooters. Good strategy, Kevin.
Coach Bud coming from San Antonio, Doris. The Hawks trying to create that same kind of spacing. Atlanta making a switch here. Carroll's checked in. And some of it, Clark, for Atlanta making the jump is personnel. It's never easy to get a franchise player without a high draft pick.
And in that sense, Kevin, they are a bit in danger of becoming a treadmill team. But they have a good base right now, and I think they just need to continue to keep adding talent and have the talent they have continue to develop.
And Muscala kicks to Carroll. Schroeder passes to Scott. Over Drummond. And another shot. Muscala. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Goes back up. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Drummond having a terrific game. He's got 10 points and 2 steals. This is something special. I mean, he hasn't missed a single shot.
It's hard to find words to describe it.
A lot of questions about what exactly is the best fit for Drummond on the floor. And Steve, I mean that both in what position he plays and who he pairs up with inside.
I think that's the key, Kevin. It's really who he's paired up with. You know, last year's Pistons team just didn't have enough floor spacing, and so the paint was clogged. But if you get Drummond with some shooting, particularly a stretch 4, to really open up the court for him, man, that's scary.
Meeks dishes to Tolliver. Prince kicks to Drummond. The short one's on the money. Drummond's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pistons.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Al Horford is checked in for Muscala. Millsap comes in for Scott. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Mack. And it's Teague in for Dennis Schroeder. So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Caron Butler is checked in for Tolliver. Williams comes in for Andre Drummond. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Meeks. And Lucas subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Millsap with the steal. Here's Carroll. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. And here we go.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Plays like that are telling the story of this game for me so far, Clark. They cannot afford to hand over any more easy points like that. Well, Tayshaun Prince, a terrific player in his time with that championship Detroit Pistons team of years past, but his decline over the last 5 years has been noticeable. Ever since he hit 30, it's been downhill.
And for Prince, now 34 years of age, with this season and next left on his contract.
Yeah, still a smart veteran who doesn't make many mistakes, but it's certainly clear that his best days are behind him.
Pistons leading by 11. Passes to Lucas. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got 5 points so far.
Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
And the Pistons with possession here. Following the miss by Paul Millsap. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Davius Caldwell-Pope, KCP, drafted 8th overall last season by the Pistons. Steve drafting for need there.
Yeah, Caldwell-Pope coming out of Georgia. He's got that 3-point range. Really promising defender, too.